Hello and welcome back to a Chuck's Tech Debacles. This is actually the second attempt at this because my dumb self forgot to turn my microphone on.
Debacles.
I'm having mini debacles. So, this week I actually took vacation and I've spent the last and first 3 days of my vacation trying to fix this thing. So, started off as an easy, well, relatively easy, hey, let me check, see if there's any updates for my system. You know, motherboard BIOS, video card drivers, chipset drivers for the X570 chipset, and lo and behold, all three of the above. I figured that was a good thing to install, try and keep that stuff updated. So, downloaded it, made myself a system restore point, very important before you start doing major driver upgrades because stuff like this can happen. Booted into the BIOS, updated the new BIOS, went through that shenanigans, it rebooted, I went in, made sure all my important settings were correct, you know, my memory timings, you know, made sure my boot order and all that good stuff was set right. Loaded up into Windows, everything seemed to be good. Went to load the X570 drivers, the new chipset drivers. They loaded, rebooted, got maybe 5 minutes into checking around, blue screen, boom, rebooted. That's not good. Come back up, log back in, right about the time it got to the desktop, blue screened again, bam. Like, oh, well, that's not good. So, got into the recovery mode, restored to my system restore point, loaded back up, it booted back in. Okay, well, let's not do that driver this time. Loaded my video card drivers. They seem to work, rebooted the system, logged back in. Again, got 5-10 minutes down the road, system blue screened. Holy crap, what's going on? So, I'm thinking maybe I've got something set wrong in the BIOS. You know, that's the updated BIOS, and maybe, why is my camera doing that? Come here, camera. Come here. There we go. So, loaded into the BIOS, started checking my settings, looking for stuff that, you know, may have been updated or got unchecked in the new update. Turned some stuff off and back to auto in case some of my old settings weren't as copacetic in the new version of the BIOS. Rebooted into Windows, blue screen. All right, restore back to the restore point because I can at least log in at that point. And now I'm chasing ghosts. What's going on? Is something wrong with my RAM or my RAM timings? Is there a different version of this file I need to download? Yeah, I'm grasping at straws. I'm chasing stuff. Every time I restore, I get 10-15 minutes in, something blows up. 3 days of this.
You hear a lot of screaming over there.
Yes, she hears a lot of cussing from the other room. So 2 days of all this restore and try to update nonsense. And I've got my task manager open because I'm looking at something because I'm trying to see is anything pulling an inordinate amount of memory? Is anything running really heavy on the CPU? And I notice right before my system blue screens again that my Wi-Fi is going just off the chart. So I don't have wired internet in this room yet. That's a thing I've got to get handled with the internet company. I've got to get them to come in and put a switch in the wiring box so I can get my rooms connected together. But, so I'm running on Wi-Fi at the moment, and yeah, the Wi-Fi is downloading, and the thought hits me, Windows updates. It's the only thing that would start downloading without me telling it to. So I go in and check my Windows updates. Sure enough, it's downloading Windows updates. And it gets to one that it says it can install, and it wants to retry, and blue screen. Okay, well maybe here's my problem. Windows updates is effing my system over again. So, restore back to my restore point, log back in, disable Windows updates or postpone them for a week so it can't download stuff. Start trying to install my drivers again and all that. And okay, so the drivers install. I get to the point where one driver installs. The other driver is giving me CRC errors. And I start checking around, download a couple other files. Everything I download that's over, say, 50 megabytes, it's compressed. If I try to uncompress it, CRC errors. Oh, what's wrong now? Do I have a bad spot on my hard drive? Am I having problems with RAM or power fluctuations? I'm chasing ghosts. So finally, at this point, a thought rattles around my head. Well, if I can't uncompress the files with the drivers that I'm downloading on my computer, how about I put them on a thumb drive, take them to a different computer, you know, like the one in the living room that's directly connected to the internet router, and uncompress it there and then just bring it back. If I take it in there, same thing happens in the same spot. The files I'm downloading are corrupted. As best I can figure, this good old Korean stone wall, this concrete wall architecture we got here. Even though it says I've got a relatively good connection, I think I'm getting compression errors due to corruption in transit. So I've been banging my head against the wall trying to fix a problem that was basically bad Wi-Fi. If you are ever working on your computer and you're chasing ghosts and you're banging your head against the wall and thinking, oh my God, why am I even bothering with this thing? Don't worry, it happens to everybody. I've been a professional IT technician for going on 20 years, and I've spent 3 days chasing a bad download. It happens to everybody. But, so, hopefully next time, I will not be sitting here wallowing in my own misery. Hopefully, next time I will have something new and shiny to show you, or something at least to fix and set up that I can show on camera, other than me just ranting about wasting half of my vacation. Like, subscribe, do the internet stuff. I'll see y'all around.